Right, in today's little video I'm going to show you how I went about modifying the 1500 transmission tunnel to suit the 1600 high starter gearbox. Now, I managed to borrow from a colleague a 1600 tunnel to try and replicate the little bulge on the side that accommodates the high starter. The process wasn't all that difficult, and I managed to come up with a reasonable sort of a replication of what's required to accommodate the high starter. I began by making a cardboard template of the base of it, and then another little template of the bulge area. It was a little difficult to get it exactly the same, but as I said, I think it's a reasonable sort of a replication. Anyway, have a look at it, and those people that need to modify a transmission tunnel, it's not a difficult process, so I would encourage you to have a go at it. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, so to speak.
Well, those of you that are familiar with these cars will know that the 1600 had a high starter, and the transmission tunnel was modified to accommodate it. And you'll see the one on the right there with the lump out the side, that's the 1600, and the one on the left is the 1500, which had the low starter motor. Now, being a bit of a hybrid of a car that I've got here, I had a 1500 transmission tunnel but needed the 1600. Now, rather than buy another one, I decided that I should be able to modify the one I have, and I looked around. I'd heard that you could buy that little piece already fabricated, and I looked around on the internet but couldn't find anything anywhere, so I decided to try and fabricate it. I managed to take a cardboard template of the shape of it, and I started with cutting a piece out of a piece of flat steel that shape, and then I made another little template out of a piece of the same material, and that template kind of ended up like that, which looks a bit odd, but when it's all bent up, it seemed to wrap around the bulge there on the tunnel. And after much folding and hammering and banging, I managed to come up with a fairly reasonable sort of a replica of the piece that I needed. So all I need to do there now is locate that in the correct spot and weld it in. You can see there it's quite a reasonable fit with the old one. So I reckon I've managed to accomplish making that little piece, and hopefully it'll all turn out okay when it's welded into the 1500 transmission tunnel. So there's a bit of an idea of what the new one will look like. So anybody that needs a 1600 transmission tunnel and they've got a 1500, it's not a overly difficult process to make the new one. There's a view from the back end of it. So yeah, I think it'll all work out quite okay. And another little fabrication job I did as well is a battery case or not a case, but frame. The other one's quite okay. So we've got that all underway. Needs to be sandblasted and primed, but well underway with that one as well. And there's the new one beside the old one. You can see where the old one's a little bit damaged, so we've replaced that. Yeah, well, that's about all I have for you today. I'll continue on with modifying the tunnel and show you what that looks like when it's all welded in. But no, I'm pretty excited that I was able to fabricate something, bending it up in the vise and with hand tools and hammering it up around an old generator case. So it's amazing what you can do when you have to. Anyway, thanks for your interest, and thanks for watching, and if you care to subscribe, please do. It may help get these productions out to more people, so it all helps, I guess, in the long run. I've watched and followed quite a few, and you get the little ideas here and there from time to time, so it's all good. So until next time, we'll see you later.